Hi, this is Julie Hartley, registered dietitian with the Willis Knighton Fitness and Wellness Centers. And today we're going to be talking about one of my favorite topics, and that is herbs. I love this because herbs bring so much flavor to your food without this extra sodium that we definitely don't need. But there's two different ways to choose from. You can either get them in a dried form or in the fresh form, and both of them have benefits. So obviously, when you choose fresh, they're going to be more perishable. And they don't last as long as the dry herbs. Dried herbs are going to be more concentrated, so when you're looking at a recipe, you usually will use about a fourth to a half of what the original recipe calls for if it's going to be using fresh herbs. Now, fresh herbs can be used raw, right in a salad, or throw them in a pasta dish. Any way you like to use them is great. I love to use fresh herbs, especially this time of year, but all year round you can grow herbs in a pot, right there on your windowsill or right on your front porch, especially things like rosemary and thyme and oregano and sage. They stay fresh all year long and bring wonderful flavors to your food. But also keeping your cupboard stocked with a lot of dry herbs will really serve your food well. So when you're cooking, there's two different ways that we cook with both fresh and dried herbs. When you're going to cook with dried herbs, they do take longer to cook, and so we can add them in the beginning of the cooking process. However, when you're cooking with fresh herbs, you want to add those towards the end of the process because sometimes they can cook some of the flavor out too. Another way to kind of bring out flavor when you're cooking with dry herbs, you can pour a little bit in your hand and kind of roll them around like this just to get some of the flavor to come out too. When you're using fresh herbs, another great way to bring out the flavor is you can just pinch some off and run them under some hot water for about 7 seconds. It really helps bring out the flavor. Another thing I do with some of the softer herbs, like maybe basil or a little mint, put them in a little bowl of water, a little cup of water while I'm preparing, and it makes them plump up, look really pretty in a dish, and also helps bring out the flavor. So we want to use herbs for their medicinal purposes as well as their flavor. So either way, dried or fresh, we just want to get them in our food. Live well.